My name is Maya Ellison, 27, adopted at 5. Tonight, in a Miami steakhouse called Cinder and Cut, my brother raised his glass and his voice. Girls like you, strays, don't belong at our table. Laughter ran the length of the booth. The waiter set a leather folder by my plate. $2,500, neat and certain. I smiled so my lips wouldn't shake. I signed, slid my card away, and lifted my water. Cole launched into a toast about his new deal. Sloane angled her phone to catch the pendant lights. My mother, Evelyn, flicked her wrist when I spoke. Relax, Maya. Family humor. My father, Graham, wanted dessert menus and silence. I've been the quiet charge since the state handed me over. Florida moved me through 3 houses before the park signed the papers. Later, in a dusty file drawer, I found the ledger, monthly stipends for additional dependent aid. Not affection, an arrangement. Cole once pawed through my suitcase and asked if there was a return policy. Sloane declared adoptees are on loan, eyes never leaving her screen. Hand-me-down shirts arrived with other people's initials ghosting the collars. Brand new was for blood, Graham liked to say. I learned to study at closing shifts, to invoice from public Wi-Fi, to build a small company out of borrowed hours. When I told them I'd landed a $50,000 contract, Evelyn murmured, notable, and turned the talk back to Sloane's engagement metrics. The attic over the garage stayed mine, drafty, thin-walled, builds toughness. On birthdays, their toasts praised real legacy. My name never made the sizzle reel. Tonight the jokes landed sharp, and I let them. I let the bill land too. The smile stayed, but my pulse sprinted. 22 years of afterthought pressed into my ribs, needing air. The laughter rose again, until a calm voice parted it. Just a moment, please. I set my glass down. That's enough, I said. Edmund Vale, the only person who ever made space for my answers, sat at the end of the table, hands folded, eyes steady. I've listened for 22 years, he said, voice low and decisive. I've watched the hand-me-downs, the skipped ceremonies, the way achievement gets ignored when it isn't convenient. Evelyn's smile stalled. Graham swallowed. Cole's smirk loosened. Even Sloane's phone dipped. He drew a slim folio from his jacket. Family is not a slogan, he said. It's action. Actions have consequences. He opened it and slid a single page to the center. My amended will signed this morning. Bold type. Beneficiary, Maya Ellison. Estimated estate value, $2.8 billion. Air thinned. Sloane forgot the camera. Cole's chair screeched. You can't be serious, he snapped. That's our future. Your future was financed by hers, Edmund replied. Her biological parents left $600,000 for her education. You diverted it. His gaze moved to my mother. Every transfer is documented. My fingers hovered over the page. Edmund tapped his phone on speaker. Richard? Confirm the filing. A crisp voice from First Beach Trust answered. Recorded at 9:03 a.m. Full transfer to Miss Ellison, irrevocable. Evelyn clutched Edmund's sleeve. Dad, think. We're blood. Graham leaned in. Liquidity matters, Sloane whispered to her audience. Cole muttered, contest, thumbs already flying. Enough. Edmund handed me a pen. Sign the acknowledgement. My hand steadied as ink met paper. Glasses ticked along the table's edge. The manager drifted closer. Edmund shook his head. Handled. He faced Graham and Evelyn. 30 days to vacate any property tied to Maya's trust. After that, counsel proceeds. He rose and touched my shoulder, warm as a porch light. Tomorrow we meet the attorneys, he said. Tonight you breathe. 3 months moved. The lawyers led with evidence, medical exams confirming Edmund's capacity, the audit tracing every siphoned dollar to cars, tuition, the Coral Gables deed. Injunctions froze accounts. In court, I swore in and told it straight. Closing shifts, attic winters, the public Wi-Fi invoices. The forensic accountant matched every withdrawal to a luxury. When the prosecutor asked who the trust was for, Cole cracked. For the real kids, he spat. The judge's ruling was crisp. Full restitution with interest, fees, liens, 60 days. Consequences arrived on schedule. The house listed, the jewelry cataloged. Sloane's partnerships paused, then evaporated. Cole's title vanished from the company site. Evelyn and Graham turned in keys on day 30. For once, a deadline mattered. I didn't watch them leave. Edmund poured tea on his balcony over Biscayne Bay. "You built yourself before any of this," he said. "Now build outward." We filed the articles. The Ellison Fund for Adoption, Equity, and Education. Scholarships launched. Clinics opened for bad guardianship paperwork. A note arrived from a girl starting nursing school. I cried. On a morning, Edmund tapped my knuckles. "Breathe," he reminded me. I did. The bay glittered. The phone buzzed with new grants, not insults. I sent the payment schedule to the court clerk and closed my laptop. Edmund smiled, the old fierceness easy again. "Family," I decided, "is the work you choose.